everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with our next YouTube mini class. We are on YouTube number 128, wahoo kachoo! And yes, this is the YouTube where I show our next Simply Defined dies and stamps release. Those are the ones that I design and those are my brand. So Simply Defined is by Scrapbooking Made Simple. It's also the YouTube where I introduce you to the next member of the Simply Defined family, and that is called Refections. I have an amazing assortment of samples to show you. I have got a wonderful YouTube for you. Yes, there's technique built right into it, mixed in with me showing you all the new product. And I just can't wait to get started. I honestly feel like a kid in their first day of school when they're coming home, bringing home that picture for mom to put on the refrigerator. I didn't realize what it would actually feel like to have my own brand, but it turns out that I have a very specific, distinctive style. Here I thought I was like generic, and I just, but it turns out I have a very distinctive point of view. And it is obvious through the dies and the stamps that we make. Now, Simply Defined is a monthly release, and if the set has dies and stamps that coordinate, they come packaged together. We always keep them together so you don't have to buy the die and the stamp separate. This is a collection that we are trying to keep at the very best possible prices for you. So if you buy the entire bundle, and there are six different sets in this release, we sell them for $10 a set, and that's the dies and the stamps. So if you buy the entire bundle, it's $60. If you want to pick and choose which ones you like, perfectly fine, then they're $13.99 each. Now these are a one and done, unlike our paper, which is forever, as long as we can do it, and our Stacy tape, I'll be doing that as long as I'm able to, and the new Reflections lines. Those are things we're able to stock every single day. The dies and stamps we're not. It's considered a one and done in the industry, which means when we sell out, we sell out. Now, on an occasion, for some reason or another, an order will have to cancel for whatever reason. And if they placed an order for Simply Defined and they cancel their order, we put those back online. But those are very, very few and far between. So if you like what you see, please don't hesitate to get your order in. I know they go very, very quickly sometimes, and I want to explain that to you again. I think I have found a really good way to kind of explain to you why they are a one and done, because we get a lot of questions about that. When you think of a manufacturer like Ellison, who is manufacturing these for us, or Graphic 45 or Bo Bunny, they're responsible for manufacturing their product. That's what they do. Sizzix just sells Sizzix products. Bo Bunny just sells Bo Bunny products. And therefore, they can afford to manufacture a particular die or a particular line of paper again and again and again if it's popular. I'm a retail store that just happens to have their own brand of merchandise. So, if all I was ever going to sell was Simply Defined dies and stamps, or the Simply Defined line of papers and things of that nature, or our Simply Refined line of dies and stamps, if that's all I was ever going to sell, I could keep them in stock all the time. And those of you who wanted the very first release, which went like that, I'd be able to get it to you. But I'm not. I'm a store. And you don't just want Simply Defined and Simply Refined. You want Tim Holtz, and you guys, you love Spellbinders, and you love Cottage Cuts, and you love Graphic 45, and you love Bo Bunny, and all the new inks and all the new beautiful product that comes to market. So I have to balance being able to stock the store and the online business with all of that merchandise, along with my product. And it is a balance. I'm learning. We're learning how to navigate through this, but I can't continually reorder my product and still have enough to get you guys the Tim Holtz Crazy Birds and whatever else you love that we've got. I mean, all the Do-Crafts and the Hunky Dory. Oh my gosh, the Do-Crafts and the Hunky Dory. And the Faber-Castell. I have to have enough to buy all of that too. So, until the money tree grows in my backyard, or until you find a money tree, let me know. It kind of is what it is, and we have to be a one and done on the dies and the stamps for both collections, Simply Defined and Simply Refined. Now, Simply Defined, as I said, is an every month collection, 6 sets per month, $10 a set if you buy them in the bundle. And the way I design the line is for the sets to work within each other. So you should be able to take elements from all 6 sets to make yourself something beautiful. They're not meant to just be used on their own. They're meant for you to take elements from the different sets in that release and use them together. This release is called Bountiful Harvest, and I'm gonna get to showing you that, but first let's talk about Reflections. You guys had lots of ideas of what Reflections were. I posted on Facebook. And for those of you who guessed mirrored paper, yes, you're right. It is a mirrored self-adhesive paper that we have, and I think you're gonna love it. And I think you're gonna love the price of it even more because it is so affordable. And it is a foil. It absolutely is a foil. But it's so easy to die cut. For those of us who use shimmer sheets and Mylar, that's a beautiful product too, and we will always continue to sell that. This is just an addition to, and you get a little bit more of it for a little bit less money. So I want to show you because I'm so proud of it, and wait till you see what the girls have done. We're gonna tilt down, and if you want to be a winner chicken dinner, don't forget you gotta post a comment, and hopefully next time I'll be announcing your name and you'll be winning the entire Reflections collection. Yeah, that works for me. All right, I'm gonna tilt on down and we're gonna get started for today. Thanks everybody. All right, so it's Saturday morning and you're watching this, and this is the make and take for this Saturday. I don't know what date that is. Today is like the 18th, so 19th, 20th maybe, 21st of August. So this is the make and take that we're doing. Can you see that mirrored paper back there? That is Reflections. Can you see the die with the pumpkins and the words? That is Simply Defined. Even the stamp is Simply Defined. So we've got several samples that you guys will be able to come in and make. We did them with a couple different backgrounds. This one has the more coppery background, but this is the make and take for today, and I really, really hope you can come in and do it. And we've used the Reflections line from Simply Defined. All right, I'm gonna put these aside and I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. Here it is. Beautiful mirrored foil with a paper type backing that allows you to die cut so easily and so seamlessly. You don't even have to use a precision base plate with this. You can if you want, absolutely. And yes, it is a true foil. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, there we go. It is a true foil, and yes, it is already sticky, ready to go. It's just lovely. And the things you can do with it, you can alcohol ink over the top of it, you can stamp with StazOn over the top of it. We're gonna die cut with it. How many colors does it come in? Well, we have brought to you 4 separate collections. Holiday collections and everyday collections. Here we have the everyday collection for Reflections that gives you 10 different colors. You're going to get 1 of each color, so you're going to get a full sheet, 10 sheets just like this in all the different colors, the pinks and the blues and the, oh my gosh, the browns and the coppers and the greens. It's just beautiful. All for $9.99. 10 full sheets for $9.99. Now again, we love our shimmer sheets and we love our Mylar, but holy smokes artichokes, this gives you that same look for an amazing value, and it's self-adhesive. Now like I said, we're always gonna carry our shimmer sheets because those have got some of them have this beautiful iris to them that the Reflections doesn't have, but the Reflections does give you the opportunity to get that beautiful, rich mirrored look to your craft at a really reasonable price. So we have the everyday collection, and then we also have the holiday collection. Now the holiday collection gives you 2 of the blue, 2 of the green, 2 of the red, 2 of the gold, and 2 of the silver. So it's also a 10 pack for $9.99. What I want you to know is the only 2, I'll do it this way, the only 2 colors that are in both packs is the red. Other than that, there are no duplications in color. So you're not gonna get gold and silver in your everyday pack, and you're not gonna get the pinks and the purples in the holiday pack. They're just absolutely beautiful. But we didn't stop there. We brought in the jewel. Oh, it's so yummy. We have Reflections in jewel tones. Do you see that glitter? Do you see that shimmer? This is your everyday type pack, and it gives you 1 of each of the colors, and in the gold and silver you're going to get 2. And then we did as well just a holiday pack, which gives you 2 of the blue, the green, the red, the gold, and the silver. Oh my gosh, again, $9.99 everyday price, $9.99 for 10 sheets. And wait till you see how we work with it. I'm gonna move these over just a minute, and I'm gonna bring over the actual packaging. So we have the Reflections adhesive sheets in the Jewel 10 pack, and we have the Reflections adhesive sheet in the Holiday, the Jewels Holiday. So we've got them both. And then we've got the Everyday Reflections in a holiday assortment and in an everyday assortment. Yay! But you want to see how to work with it, and that's what I want to show you, how to work with it. So we're going to start with Bountiful Harvest, and I'm going to bring over the Grateful Pumpkins storyboard. So this is the first of 6 sets. Again, $10 if you buy the set in the bundle, or $13.99. 9 dies are in here, 9 dies. This is the storyboard that Elena, SMS Girl Elena, put together. She does all the storyboards and she does an amazing job. So you can see all the different things you can do with just that one set. All of this was cut from this one set. And that's our goal, to give you value, to make it wow. so that no matter what your budget is, crafting stays affordable for you. So this is Graceful Pumpkins, and this is the set I'm going to be using today to play with. I hope you like it. I like it. Look at, I mean, you can do the shadows, you can do the frames, you can do the shadows and the frames, you can do the intricate dies, you can do the shadows, the frames, and the intricate dies. You've got words. It's just, oh my gosh, over the top. So I'm going to put that one aside for now, and I am going to bring over my set, which is right here. And I'm going to play with the largest one. And like I said, you get the frame and the intricate die. You get the shadow and the intricate die. And if you cut them together, if you put them like that and cut them together, that's how you get the little very narrow frame. Super cute. But I'm going to be using it with some of my Reflections paper. Now there's many different ways of using this paper or these sheets. You can die cut and just leave the backing the way it is and don't peel it off and tape it straight down to whatever it is you want to do. You can peel it off and put it onto a different colored backing if you wanted, let's say you wanted it to have something with a black background because they're going to see the die from the back and you wanted it to be black. Not a problem. You can pull this off, put it right onto the black paper, die cut out, you'll have the foil on top and you'll have a black on the back. So, I mean, easy to do. Or you can just die cut it as is, and it's an instant sticker with your dies. You can use wafer dies, you can use steel rule dies, it's really up to you. We're going to be using wafer dies, which is what the Simply Defined line is. These are wafer dies, chemically etched dies. And I'm going to use my precision base plate. Now about the precision base plate, I want to show you this before we move on. If you have a precision base plate, there's a chance, there's 2 different precision base plates. Not that one is better than the other or that they're much different than the other. This is the original precision base plate, which is my precision base plate that I've been using since the very day they gave it to me from Ellison. Love my precision base plate. But can you see how it's got the metal exposed? This is the precision base plate that several of you may have. See how it's got a matting, a matte finish on the top, kind of like a coating? I want to tell you why, because we've been getting some questions about it, and it isn't that one is better than the other, or that you need this one or you need this one. They're both going to do exactly the same thing. But Ellison, in their infinite efforts to give you the very best product possible, I don't know why they did what they did, but they started playing with this precision base plate and like salt water. I'm not sure if you're crafting in the ocean, but apparently, if you have the base plate that doesn't have the top coating, there is a slight possibility that if you're close to salt water, or I guess humidity, I suppose, that little spots of rust may appear. It's possible. I'm in the desert. It's 114 degrees out here today. There's not going to be any rust ever on my precision base plate. So, being that there's probably about 1% of the population that it might affect, if even that, they went ahead and they put a rust inhibitor over the top of the base plates that came out a little bit later. Not that one is bad or one is good. They do the exact same thing, but people have been calling saying it's leaving marks. It's leaving marks. Where the one I have, because it doesn't have that coating, doesn't leave marks. The marks are fine. It's easy peasy, no problem. This is Yvette, and you know Yvette. She's one of the SMS girls. Does a whole lot of samples here. In fact, Yvette is the one who did this card. This is Yvette's precision base plate, and you can see where it left marks as she was cutting. What did we do? We took a baby wipe and cleaned it. And you may still see a few little indentations, but all that little paper, if you were using green paper and you die cut something 100 times, instead of it being white because she was cutting white paper, you'd have little bits of green paper. And that's because the paper is softer than the metal of the precision base plate. So it's kind of gonna hang in there and just kind of hang around. But just take a baby wipe and you're going to clean it off beautifully. Now, let's say you've got the one that I have and you see a little speck of rust. Also, no problem. You know, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. I'm gonna be 47 soon. And Pledge, which is I think that's an SC Johnson family company. I always see the commercials and they always end it in SC Johnson family company, I think it is. Pledge is what will take the rust off. Apparently you spray it with Pledge and wipe it off and there goes the rust. So if you have this one and you happen to live by the ocean, if you have an oceanfront view of something, call me. I'll come visit you. We can take the rust off together with the Pledge. Just call me. I still want to live by the ocean. Take some Pledge, wipe it off. The chances of you actually rusting are pretty low, but that's how you would do it. It's very, very simple. And if you have one of the newer ones that has the rust inhibitor on it, just take a baby wipe. You can see the difference. It's still drying, but you can see the difference. Not a problem at all. And they both work beautifully. You're gonna love both of them. If you're just now ordering one, this is probably the one you're gonna get. I mean, we still may have some of these left, but it doesn't matter. Either one is gonna be exactly what you want, and you're gonna be able to use them exactly the same way. One other thing about the precision base plate. There is a reason why when you use it, you never have the directions facing you. You always have the directions facing down. If you happen to roll your sandwich through and you've got your precision base plate and you've got your paper and you've got your die and you've got your top plate and we run it through, there is a possibility of the plate separating where the instructions are. They're very, very specific about telling you not to do it. They don't want you to cut right on top of the directions because it can split the plate, and where the instructions, they kind of separate a little bit. And we don't want that to happen. So trust me, if you can read the directions on your precision base plate and you're using it wrong. Turn it around. You shouldn't be able to read the directions. That's how you want to use it. That's how you ensure that that separation never happens, okay? And again, doesn't matter which one you have. Both of them are going to be great. They're both going to do the exact same thing. And like I said, if you live by the water, call me. I'll come for vacation. If you're that close to the ocean, call me. All right, I'm going to put those over there, and we're going to get started with our reflections. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece with my intricate die. So I am going to bring over my multi-purpose platform and my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And I'm going to use Yvette's precision base plate, and I can use my precision base plate on another one. It doesn't make any difference. I've got my platform completely closed because I am doing a wafer die on my multi-purpose platform, completely closed. I'm going to put my precision base plate down. I'm going to put my Reflections foil paper down. I'm going to put my die and my do not cut plate, and I'm going to send it on through. Oh, that's okay. A little bit of creaks and cracks are not a problem. If you don't like the creaks and cracks, because this die is almost straight across, I could have just turned it at a slight angle. We'll run it through at a slight angle, and it shouldn't have as many creaks and cracks. Let me run it through just so you can hear. Because it's not hitting that rolling wheel, see, no creaks and cracks. It's not hitting that rolling wheel head on. It's up to you if it bothers you. It's not going to harm the machine at all. Put this over here for now. And pop it right out. Now, you're going to pull out all the little bits and pieces, or you can use your little brush. If you do use the brush, you want to use the brush from the back side. You don't want to use it across the top because you don't want to leave any marks. Okay, well, I've got one already done here, so I'm just pulling out the little bits and pieces that are left. And I've got one done right here in the brown. Now, I want to put it on my paper. And I have an opportunity, I can leave this just the way it is and just tape it right down. Use some Stacy tape or some pop dots and just tape it right down just the way it is. Or I can peel the back off and then put it down. It's really up to you which you would prefer. Let's peel it off so you can see. So I need to, let's see from the top if I can get my nails under there. Holy smokes, artichokes. There we go. I just need a little starter. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pull it off. Now you're going to say, wow, it's really fragile. Not really, because it's foil. But what I am going to tell you to do, and I'm going to tilt up for this, have a little bit of water handy or spit. I know you all are like, ew, but no, it really works. A little bit of spit on the sticky side of the Reflections is going to help you from it sticking all over you and you're not being able to move it. A little bit of spit, that's all it needs. And then all of a sudden it becomes very easy to work with. Really easy. It's now not sticking all over to me. And that allows me to put it down and place it exactly where I want it to be. I know spit's weird, but it's handy. You have it and it's free. It's cheap. You don't have to ask anybody for it. It doesn't spill all over anything. So, spit, I know. Ew. All right. And with my spit on the back of my Reflections, then I can just lay it down and it's done. So easy, so pretty. Isn't that awesome? Love, love, love. Think of all the things that are coming up this holiday. Think of all the wonderful things you can use it with. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we're not done. Let's do another one. This time, I'm gonna cut my frame out first. Now, I'm not gonna use my precision base plate because the precision base plate really is, they're wheeling by stuff. My precision base plate really is for intricate dies. So I'm just going to grab my multi-purpose platform and cut plate. Actually, I'm gonna do it with my do not cut plate down. Die, paper, cut plate, and send it on through. The precision base plate really is meant for intricate dies, like they said, not necessarily for your framelits or open dies like that. There we go, easy peasy. I'm gonna put that one to the side. I am going to grab, let's say one of the jeweled sheets. Ooh, and I know you're looking at it going, oh my gosh, that is so over the top. I would never be that blingy. Wait, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. When you're looking at it as a whole piece, it can be a bit woo, but you're not gonna be using it as a complete whole piece. When you're die cutting with it, you're just gonna be using a little bit of it. Ooh, did I cut too narrow? Let's cut a little bit bigger piece. So now that I'm back to an intricate die, I'm gonna go ahead and put my precision base plate back on. And this time I'm gonna use my original one because it makes absolutely no difference which one you have. They both are gonna give you the most awesome results. As you know, we were very, very picky about bringing in a plate like this because it had to do what it said it was going to do. And Ellison's does. The Sizzix precision base plate does, and it doesn't warp, which was a really big thing for me. It can't warp after time, and it doesn't. So I've got my precision base plate on top of my multi-purpose platform completely closed. My precision base plate with the directions so I can't read them. And my paper and then my die. And I'm gonna turn it slightly askew so that it's not hitting a straight angle because I don't necessarily want so many creaks and moans and groans, but it doesn't hurt it at all, I promise. Take it up, rotate it a little bit and send it back through just so I'm sure everything cut. And let's move it out of our way. And here we go. I'm gonna take out all the little bits and pieces that come out. And if you're having trouble seeing them, do it from the back side. It's a whole lot easier to see what you gotta pop out from the back side. All my little bits and pieces out. And I think that's it. And then I'm going to take it and put it on top of my shadow. Now again, you have another choice here. You can cut the shadow first and then lay this right on top and glue it down. You can cut the shadow first, remove the sticky, and line it up and lay it down. Or you can do the intricate die first, peel it off, pull off our backing, a little bit of spit. A little spit goes a long way. It just makes it so that it's not all over you, clinging to you. Anytime you're using a sticker like this, or a peel off, or an outline sticker, add a little bit of spit to the back. I promise it will still stick, but it will help you lay it down much easier. And there they go back. Okay, I guess we got a delivery in the warehouse. So now I've got it here, and if I want to, I can then line up and cut. So since I'm cutting a framelit, and a framelit means there's a frame, it's just a frame. I'm gonna bring my Big Shot back over. Now if you have a magnetic platform, this is a good time to pull that little tool out, because now I'm lining it up and I don't want it to move. And with a magnetic platform, I can put my die exactly where I want it to be. There we go. Exactly where I want it to be. And I know it's not going to accidentally slide, because it holds onto it because it's magnet. So I'm gonna line that up. Put well, I should have my cut plate underneath. Let's do the cut plate first. Line it up. Do not cut plate right on top. And send it on through. With the Reflections, you have a lot of options. A lot of options on how you want to cut, where you want to put it. Do you want to die cut your intricate piece first? Do you want to die cut your shadow first? Do you want to... Oops, there goes the magnetic platform. Do you want to use the sticker element of it at all? Do you just want to glue it down the way it is? It's entirely up to you what you want to do. Because it has that self-adhesive element to it, you have so many more options. You don't have to find a way to glue it down. And yes, you can cut your words out of it, and you can cut your doilies, and you can cut all of your beautiful detailed dies. And instead of it being so, oh wow, that's a lot. Now look at how beautiful it is. It's gorgeous, and it's not so in your face, and it gives you that glittery, shimmery look without actually using glitter. But I know when I first saw it like this, it was like, oh, I have to play with this for some time before I really, go there. And once I started die cutting it into the shapes that I wanted it to be, I understood that I'm not taking the entire sheet and using it. I'm taking elements from that sheet. I'm taking little pieces to make the most beautiful things. But we're not done yet. Reflections has this amazing property. This backing has a beautifully shiny side to it. This is what I peeled off from the back. When I peel the backing off to expose the sticky, that is what I get. Am I gonna get this one? Oh, there we go. So this piece here. I've now used this piece on a beautiful card or a scrapbook layout or an altered art piece, but now I'm left with this. What am I gonna do with this? Oh, let me tell you what you're gonna do with this. Let's grab a piece of paper. Plain white piece of paper. This happens to be Simply Defined 80-pound paper. Let's take a Memento ink. Can be Tim Holtz, can be Memento, can be whatever ink makes your little heart happy. Let's just ink up my paper. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be beautiful, just has to be as big as my stencil. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of yellow there. Now, with the shiny side facing me, because you'll feel the difference. One is not as shiny as the other. Shiny side facing me, I'm gonna lay this down. I'm gonna take orange. And I'm gonna blot. And you're saying, but you're going outside the lines. Oh, I know I'm going outside the lines. That's okay. I'm just gonna blot that ink. And again, doesn't matter. Tim Holtz, Memento, gosh, I don't know, there's so many different inks on the market. And if I'm happy with that, then I'm gonna peel it off. But I'm not done yet. Oh, and I need the magnetic platform that I dropped. I'm gonna grab it real quick. There it is. And I need the top plate that I dropped. There it is. I don't think I've ever dropped anything before. That's a first. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my Big Shot machine back over. I'm gonna use my magnetic platform. There's my machine, my magnetic platform, my cutting pad, my clear cutting plate, my stencil that I've done, and last but not least, my die. Let's pull it out of this one. I think my die went flying too. Oh, yes, there, okay. Now I'm gonna line it up. I'm gonna line it up, and because I'm on a magnetic platform, nothing's gonna move. And I'm gonna cut it out. A whole nother use. Just using the backing from the Reflections paper. And now I've inked it. The only thing I die cut out was the actual shape, but now it's all beautifully inked. Yay! So easy to do. And then, oh my gosh, if you get this and you grab one of my other sets. This one is my Gathering Leaves set, so that's what it looks like. You get all the dies and all the stamps. But this is how we made that card. We didn't use the dies at all, we used the stamps. So I'm gonna take off my stamp, off my acetate. Don't throw the acetate away. Even if you don't store your stamps on this, this is good to die cut with and make stencils out of, and oh my gosh, all the things you can do with acetate. We've done a lot of YouTubes using acetate. I'm gonna put it on my block. I'm gonna ink it up. And then I'm gonna give a stamp. And I'm gonna put my pumpkin right on top of it. And I didn't die cut, the only thing I die cut on that pumpkin was the shape. That's just using ink with it on plain white paper. You always are going to want to start with the lighter color ink as your base and do a darker color ink over the top. But now you've taken the die and the reflections and made your own stencils. Oh my gosh. And of course this does have the matching dies to go with it. It's not just the stamp set. You get the shadow die and the intricate die to go with it. Now we can just pull that right on over. Magnetic platform, cut plate, line up my die with my stamp on a magnetic plate so it's not going to shift. this out of my way. Move my machine back over. Put on my do not cut plate. Send it through. I don't have a piece, need a little card. Put that on, and start building something. Easy to do. All the dies and all the stamps are meant to work together in the collection. And the Reflections paper just takes it to another step, just a little bit more oomph without a lot of glitter or you know, too much bling. Sometimes you just need a little something to give it that sparkle and that shine, but it's for a guy, so you don't want to use bling or glitter. Well, Reflections is your answer. It's perfect. It gives a sophistication to your projects. It is a foil, but you're not having to put it through a, is it a laminator that you have to put your stuff through? So it gives you that beautiful foiled look, and yet you can use all of your most favorite dies. Oh, it's like a win-win-win-win-win situation. And then you can make a stencil out of what's left. What some people would think is the throwaway. Never the throwaway. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Some of the ones I was playing on. So cute. Just really so cute. All right, so that is Reflections. And now you've seen a little bit of Simply Defined. Let me show you the rest of the collection. Let me move this out of the way. And remember, no matter what precision base plate you have, whether it be the one that I use all the time that doesn't have the rust inhibitor, or the one that does have the rust inhibitor, unless you're someplace where it's really, really humid, or you're down by a lot of salty water and you're crafting on the beach, it's not gonna even be an issue. And if you don't want to have all those the extra paper in there after you're done using it with the one that does have the rust inhibitor, just tape it and take it and wipe it off with a wet wipey. And if you've got the one that I use and little spots of rust do come up, easy peasy, take your pledge, which has been around forever. It also kind of reminds me of my big fat Greek wedding where he keeps putting the Windex like on his elbow and everything else that hurts because Windex is good for everything. Turns out so was pledge. Wipe it off and it should take the rust right away. Okay, let me show you the rest of the collection because I have made an absolute mess over here, but it was so much fun. So we showed you the pumpkin. That's the one I was working with today. Showed you everything that comes with the pumpkin. Then I have my homespun doily. So again, all the different pieces and the words with loving thoughts, welcome, and thank you. They all come in the set. $13.99 for the set, unless you buy the bundle, and then it's down to 10 bucks. And you get all of this. It all came out of the one beautiful set. Then I have my autumn arbor. My autumn arbor. I love this. I do. I love this. Okay, you get all the stamps. All of these stamps come with it. See all of those stamps? The arbor, the branches, all of it. And then you get all the dies too. Oh my gosh, I love my arbor, I do. And you can intertwine and make them fit into each other, or you can stamp and intertwine over the top. So we've stamped and then we took branches and added branches over the top. It's just, there's so much to do. You get the little dies to go with the little leaf and the flower to decorate your arbor with, but you can take elements from the other Simply Defined dies to decorate with. Love my arbor. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. I tried to do something that was different, and I do think I did that. And I just love how it has the wood element in the stamp, so when you do stamp it onto the die cut, it gives that dimension and that depth. Again, comes with the stamps, $13.99, the dies and the stamps. You get 9 dies and 8 stamps, $13.99 or $10 if you buy the bundle. Next is my tree. I love my tree. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I do. Same thing, I tried to give you so much flexibility with what you do. You get all the stamps. See all these stamps? Look at all these little leaves and flowers, and the little hanging sign has the stamp. But then you have words, welcome spring, welcome summer, welcome winter, welcome fall, so that you can make the tree whatever you want. However you embellish the tree. If it's bare, well then you're in winter. If you've got pretty little flower buds on it, well then you're in spring. If it's got leaves, you're in fall. You can use this tree all year round. And again, 8 dies and 12 stamps. And all the little stamps down here come with the dies to die cut them out so you can embellish. Love my tree. Oh, now my heart. I know you're thinking, Autumn, heart? Yes, because it's filled with beautiful, beautiful flowers. All the flowers and all the stamps. The heart doily, the frame, all of this was done, again, with just the one set. This one package let you do all of this. So you can take these and mix them onto your tree or onto your arbor. That's the whole process behind it, that you're not just stuck doing what the set came with, that you can take them and mix and match inside the collection. And this one is Bountiful Harvest. Then I already showed you a little bit about the gathering leaves. Right there, gathering leaves. So I stamped with it and I die cut with it, but you know, you can use the detailed, the intricate die and stamp on that too. You can take the leaves and use the leaves elsewhere. The leaves come with the stamp and the die. It's so pretty. It's got all the little tendrils and I just can't see you ever not needing a really great leafy vine. I didn't think so. I thought enough of it that that we went ahead and did it. I guess I have this upside down. So pretty. And it's just the perfect accent to all of the other dies. Okay, so I think that's it for the collection. We've got Gathering Leaves, we've got Floral Blessings, we've got Tree of Seasons, we've got Autumn Arbor, we have got Homespun Doily, and last but not least, we've got Graceful Pumpkins. This is Bountiful Harvest from Simply Defined by Scrapbooking Made Simple, and I hope you love it as much as I do. I'm going to show you samples now because I have got a lot of samples to go through. Let's start with cards. Now we had Doris work on cards. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Doris did cards. Or Doris worked on samples, Michelle worked on samples, Elena, Claire, Belinda, I don't know who else I'm forgetting. All the SMS girls. Now, this was alcohol inked. This is using, actually she used silver, and then she took alcohol ink or a Sharpie marker and kind of darkened it up just a little bit. And there's the, look at that, isn't that beautiful? I love it. How pretty. I know these were done by Doris. Lovely, just the little accent of the reflections, just to give it a little pop without it being over the top. Great card for a guy. Oh, this one's Michelle's. With the tree and the sign. So pretty. This is Belinda's tag. I showed this on Facebook. And she did, with the precision base plate, she did cut burlap. Absolutely cut burlap with my die. This is Claire, I know this is Claire. And here's the arbor, only she only stamped it, and she used it as a watercolor. So she stamped it with watercolor ink with aqua pens, or whatever watercolor Tim Holtz, you can stamp it, and then she went in there and dabbed her paintbrush with water to give it that beautiful watercolor effect. And this isn't using any dyes at all. This is just the stamps from that set. I think this is Claire too. Using branches from the arbor, the pumpkin, the leaves are from the tree, a little bit from every set. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Look at how pretty is that. I just love it. Again, using different elements of the set. This one is from, I think it's Graceful Leaves? Or Gathering Leaves here. And from our pumpkins. Here's one done with heart. Now, you might not know this, but this is just a cardboard box that she colored with a Sharpie. It looks good, doesn't it? But you've got my beautiful heart, and then on the back is Reflections, the jeweled Reflections. Oh, this one's definitely Elena. With a little cat. This one's Elena. Again, using the heart with all the beautiful florals that it comes with. Don't we love it? But we're not done yet. Wait. That was just cards. Now let's do a couple banners, because the girls did some banners. This one is Michelle's, and she took my collection and went Halloween with it. So if you were thinking it wasn't a Halloween collection, you'd be wrong. So you've got my doily in the back, you've got the pumpkins down here, and she spelled out eek. Really cute. So don't think you can't use it for Halloween. It just depends upon what color you use as your paper. Really cute. And then we have Belinda. I hope I can get this in. Belinda did a fall banner. So it's a little bit long, but it spells out fall. And again, same thing. You've got my doily in the back. You've got my pumpkin in the front. And she put it together and made a beautiful banner. I wish it wasn't so long and that I could get you to see it. How's that? Okay, good. And then Belinda also did, which I showed on Facebook, the cutest little table decoration. And yes, the welcome comes in the sets, the leaves. These are I think 3 different sets here being represented in this one. And then the little scarecrow just came from Michael's, one of their little picks. Really cute. All right, we're getting there. Then Michelle put together her project here. Again, uses my tree. Isn't that so cute? And you've got my leaves down below, and it spells out Happy Halloween. How cute is that? I wonder if I can tilt it just a little bit. How cute is that? That's bubble wrap. That's so clever. Michelle did a great job. Love this. These are just blocks painted. Get them at Michael's, easy. And then Belinda, Elena, this is Elena's, put together the shadow box. And she's got the doily on all 4 sides. She's got the arbor, she's got the tree, she's got the pumpkin, she's got the leaves. She packed everything in this one shadow box, but Elena put this together. Is that not yummy? Oh my gosh, and she has it, we have a little easel for it so it can display out. Wouldn't you love to get this? Wouldn't you love to give this? To put something together for somebody that's just so wonderful and that they can keep on their shelf forever and look at it and know it came from your heart? That's just a little bit of happiness in my book. We've got some more mixed media. I'm saving the best for last. Well, the two best for last. We've got Belinda going on here with her mixed media. And this is on canvas. And we've got Claire. And Claire took my heart to make a beautiful flower. She just cut the heart and went all the way around with it to make a beautiful flower. This just screams fall. The colors are just rich and majestic, and look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely gorgeous. She just used a little bit of gold paint, probably Inca, and made it beautiful. And now we get to the layouts. Let's show you two layouts. How cute! This is by Doris. I know this is Doris's. And again, she went more with a Halloween layout. Just darling. You've got the tree down there with the pumpkin. And they're not so big that they take up too much room, so you can get your pictures on. You've got the words up here. So cute. Yes, they can be used on your layouts. Next we have one from Claire. Isn't that darling? And again, she used elements. She used the leaves. She used the arbor, but she only stamped the arbor and then she put the pumpkins around the arbor. Yes, you can use your dies and stamps as elements on your layouts. Absolutely. It doesn't always have to be a dimensional store-bought sticker that you put down. If you've got dies and you've got stamps, you've got a way to do beautiful layouts already. Just gorgeous. And then I hope I have room. We're almost done. Stay with me. This is Claire's table setting. So you've got the napkin rings stamped with my stamps, die cut out to do the napkin rings. Actually, she stamped and embossed. She used copper embossing powder on all those leaves. Those are all my stamps. And these are my stamps and dies. Whoops. Then she did place card holders for everybody's table at Thanksgiving. Again, using my stamps and dies. All those leaves and the pumpkin and the welcome. The welcome comes with the doily. Really cute. And then as table decoration, she put together on a spool that would hold thread. She put together the just darling table decoration using a little bit of moss and a toothpick and my tree and my stamp that this one just says fall. And she made a beautiful, beautiful table decoration. Gosh, I wish I could get it all in there. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I move it forward a little bit. All right, and then last. Oh no, I've got one more. One more before last. Holy smokes, the girls made a lot. This one's from Sarah. She made a clock. How amazing and fabulous is that? Again, she used more Halloween tones and more Halloween colors and took my autumn, my fall collection and made it a Halloween collection. How cute is that clock? And she just used a basic piece of canvas that we sell here at the store, and then you can buy the clock element at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby, and then you just drill through and mount it. And you've made yourself a quick and easy clock. What a cute gift. Oh my gosh. Isn't that darling? Okay, now last but not least, Michelle. Michelle made cookies. Yep, that's a cookie with my die on top. She made sugar cookies. I want to eat these so bad. She made beautiful sugar cookies and then she frosted them. And then I guess there's something called sugar paper or sugar wafer paper that's edible. And she did just what I did. She took the leftover piece, laid it down on top of that sugar paper, and took a little bit of coloring, food coloring, and stenciled it over the top, and then pulled it up, and she decorated cookies. OMG. Phenomenal. Something I would have never ever thought to do, but so easy. Yes, easy. She just made a stencil. How can you go wrong? Gosh, they smell good. All right, I'm gonna tilt up. I have no idea how long this YouTube is, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna say, I hope you liked Reflections. I have so much more coming over the next couple months to introduce to you in the family of Simply Defined. I hope you loved Bountiful Harvest. I really feel like I'm coming into my own, like I'm starting to really figure out what kind of a designer and what kind of product I really like and love and want to represent. And I didn't realize how much of a point of view I had until I was so nitpicky about making sure that the dies were exactly the way I wanted them. Very nitpicky, but that's a good thing, right? Now, if you want to buy any of this product, now is the time. You're going to go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com. That's where you're going to find all of this. Scrapbookingmadesimple.com. It will be under the YouTube Yummy category. It will be under Simply Defined and Simply Refined categories. Get your orders in. The product is here and it will be shipping shortly. And scrapbookingmadesimple.com. And thanks everybody. Thank you so much for your support. It has been a blast. I can't wait to bring you Christmas. Christmas in September, Simply Defined and Simply Refined in September. Christmas collections. I can't wait. All right, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.